What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are checking out the second episode of the ACOLYTE. Very exciting premiere episode. If you want to see the uncut reactions for all of the episodes for this show, check them out. Linked down at our Patreon. We've got plenty of other Star Wars stuff on there as well. More or less everything from like the last 4 years, ever since we started this channel. Check all that stuff out. Plenty of things on there. And I'm basically ready to just jump in and see what happened.
I think I'm good. The mystery's good. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Olega.
You gotta say it like that. Olega.
Local Jedi temple.
Cool.
That's the fuck of death. Oh, I thought it was gonna. Okay. It's a trick or treat. Yo, you about to just blow up a Jedi outpost?
This is crazy.
Well, no, remember the dude at the end said that the Acolyte fights with no weapons, so.
That's true, yeah. Who this? Who this? Nice.
Oh, homeboy's floating. Okay.
This guy looking like Tewin McGregor.
Master Torbin.
Torbin?
Torbin McGregor.
Torbin McGregor.
Attack me with all your strength.
Listen, that beard, that hair, none of that shit looks real.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. Torbin been training.
Torbin Dallas multipass. It's funny, she's kind of a shitty assassin, but she's a good fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like knows what her methods are and would pull her aside and be like, hey, next time just get to the point.
Just get to it.
Yeah, this Torbin guy is rock solid.
Yeah. Oh, Torbin's not even conscious right now. He's just
Torbin
chilling.
high as hell.
Yeah, he's just gonna come out of it like,
Saw, dude. Something going on, dude.
what happened, bro?
What happened, bro? Saw. You want some of my death sticks?
He literally didn't even know that happened.
I would love it if a Jedi said, saw, dude.
Saw, dude.
Ah, dude.
You want to buy some death sticks, brother?
May would not have the training to defeat a Jedi Master.
Osha hasn't trained in 6 years.
You don't know what her sister's been up to for the last X amount of years.
They could be working together.
Yorta, don't let fear affect your judgment.
Straight up. Said, stop being a bitch.
She was presumed dead 16 years ago.
Yeah, in 16 years? Come
I
on.
believe she is responsible for Indara's murder.
I'm inclined to agree.
There we go. Vernestra's agreeing. Okay.
A suspect matching Osha's description broke into a local
Ah, there you go.
Where?
The thick
She has an
blinds.
alibi.
Would you like me to investigate or bring Osha back to Coruscant?
Go investigate.
Oh.
Cool.
Take Osha with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
right. It's a lot of trust
Translation,
right away.
use Osha as bait.
Osha is coming with us.
And Osha
Calling her
said,
believe
prisoner,
she can
damn it.
Master,
Osha said,
is not
Torbin
the
is on
Jedi.
Olega. Torbin is a character that she's citing by name, the same way Sol said that he and Indara saved Osha 16 years ago. Torbin must have been there too. Torbin was the target for a specific. It wasn't just any random Jedi. It was Torbin that she was trying to kill.
Yeah, it's like every single Jedi that was probably responsible for whatever caused May to start a fire to kill your parents or family or whatever.
Chimere?
Keanu Reeves, is that you?
Maybe better. Maybe the one actor who would be better than Keanu Reeves popping up in the show.
What are you wearing?
Oh, I took it off the guy who owns this place. Yeah, I'm blending in.
Oh my God. Chaotic hell.
I need a weapon. I need you to make me a poison.
Oh, damn. We're getting nasty now, huh?
You're running out of Jedi. And if you think a sleeping monk is tough, good luck defeating a Wookiee.
Ooh.
What he really needs is something only you can give him.
That's poison.
This guy knows a lot about all these people. How? Oh, that's not good.
That's how you know it's poison.
Yeah.
Screen.
That's some kind of rat shit.
That ain't apple drink. That's poison.
Looks like
That ain't no Mountain Dew, let me tell you.
It wouldn't bode well for either of us if you told him about this.
Of course.
Duh.
so. I think the master. They both have the same master.
Yeah.
Do you believe the maze behind the Indara's murder?
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
100%.
She must have survived somehow, even though we saw her.
But you only saw.
Or what? Burned to death? What
Yes.
happened?
What happened that night wasn't your fault, Soul.
We have the potential to revisit that in
I
this
have
season.
made peace with what happened on Brando.
You know, could be really sad. They have young actors to play Osha and May at that age, so
This crime may be connected to another open investigation.
Torbin, buddy, you gotta wake up. They're here.
Torbin
Yeah,
looks
man,
like
what
one of
the
the
hell?
Bee Gees, I swear to
Dan?
God.
Listen, Beach Boys, get it together.
Master Torbin.
Listen, just give him some kryptonite and let's get it
I
going.
know why you took the Mirage vow. You thought this life would give you the peace you seek.
Oh, has he been in this state for a long time?
But your past still haunts you.
Interesting.
That's wild.
I would like to speak with Master Torbin, please.
Master Torbin hasn't spoken to anyone in over 10
Yo,
years.
Told
10
you.
years.
I'm an old friend.
I offer you a choice.
How does this homeboy get a haircut?
Confess your crime to the Jedi
Oh,
Council.
that's why his hair's all crazy.
Yeah.
Hi, listen, we need you to go in there and give Master Torbin a haircut. It's been about 4 months.
Oh.
That
That's
woke him up.
creepy. That's creepy.
Face the past, Master Torbin.
I can't wait to see what Master Torbin
Oh,
sounds
shit.
like.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, why would you? Why?
It would be amazing if he had a really thick Scottish accent.
Yeah, exactly. The first.
Voluntarily.
Oh, what?
We thought we were doing the right thing.
Forgive me?
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
That did not go the way that I thought it was going to go.
Did you guys
No,
ever
not
think
at
we would
all.
see a Star Wars story where a Jedi committed suicide?
No.
That's kind of wild, dude. They must have done something legit fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, this guy was blinded by whatever hit him in the face.
Something.
He was poisoned.
How do you know?
She didn't do it. My sights were on her the entire time. I followed her when she broke off.
And again, all she has to say is, I saw a vision of my sister. They're all trained in the Force.
Oh, so there were no signs of struggle.
He took
He
this
took-
poison
yep.
willingly.
That's crazy. Soul,
This is Bunta
Soul's like, I know why.
Yeah.
from my home planet.
Something happened.
Is this the only apothecary in town?
It is, but that's not our regular guy. I don't know who that guy is.
Dum dum dum.
We can record and monitor the conversation. That way, we have a lead on May, plus we also get a confession from him. Seems like the most logical way.
Smart kid.
I'm so used to Daphne King just grunting and screaming at Logan.
Giving a civilian a weapon violates 13 precepts. of
Osha
Jedi.
knows how to use one of them.
You're just trying to do things by the book.
Of course he is.
That's his job.
That's also what let her off the hook, though. If that
Yeah.
guy hadn't been there, then she would be blamed for killing that dude.
And I
so
like
yes, he's
how-
a dork, but it works.
Yeah. The Jecki character is seemingly the contrast of like the older you get and the more trained by the Jedi ways, the more you do things by the book.
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
when you're younger or you have a different point of view is when you can kind of be
Perspective.
flexible. Perspective, you know, it's another example of like maybe the Jedi way isn't always the best way.
Hello?
I did it. I killed him. Let's talk about it.
You killed Torbin without the poison.
There we
He
go.
will be so pleased.
He will be.
You look exactly like her.
This guy looks a little bit too much like Ezra Miller for my liking.
I thought the same thing when we first saw him.
It's Manny Jacinto. If y'all haven't seen The Good
We
Place,
supplied me with a poison
you need to
The
because
Good
it's
Place.
kind of brilliant. It's one of the best sitcoms. He's
Hector,
so
you watch
funny.
a lot of TV, man.
No, it's a pretty popular one.
What is your relationship to May?
I'm just her supplier. Yeah, I started out gun running for the Huts. Now I supply people like
interesting.
her.
The Huts are ancient then.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they've been-
generations, and generations.
Who is he?
The master.
I thought he was with you.
That's a good job.
Come
Pendejo.
on, come on.
That's not
come
what he
on.
means.
All I know is that she wants revenge on 4 Jedi.
And she's got revenge
she
on
got
2
it.
of them already.
Got it on
Oh,
two.
interesting.
I'm holding some things for her.
Yord, secure the perimeter.
There
Keep an
we
eye
go.
out for May.
Okay, Yord's plan is also helpful, but
I have a bad feeling about this.
feels good, man.
I will confront her.
No, I must face her alone.
Yeah.
You brought me here.
Dude, what if Soul dies in this episode? That's
Hector,
crazy.
Come on.
I
Don't you dare.
She killed my family. She destroyed my life.
This is grief. Let it go.
You are not my master.
That's right.
I deserve justice.
You want revenge. Look what revenge has done to your sister.
That's right.
Wrong.
She wants to kill 4 Jedi. Stationed
killed
on Brent
2.
Dock 16 years ago.
Where are the other 2? Soul is one.
Dara, Torbin,
that's right.
Kelnaka.
Kelnaka.
Yeah,
in you.
Kelnaka.
Then have faith in me.
Dang.
I still think it's so funny that I had no idea that this actor was playing twin sisters. Like it was such a surprise.
I see her.
It's May.
I don't have spoiler obsession like so many people on the internet do. I'd rather know
man.
less. I want to experience the
Yeah.
show as it happens.
Yeah.
You killed Indara.
Here we go. Time to cook. Put them tears away.
Oh, we about to see a good fight right now.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Oh, dang.
Don't fuck with the Jedi Master, son.
You
trained
attack me without a weapon.
Them kicks are clean.
This is not a dance. Ooh. No.
Tell me, who trained you?
Oh.
Yo, killer hammer kick.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Oof. He stopped the fall? Or did she?
Hey, you're
Oh, yeah, he
outmatched,
did.
homegirl.
Damn.
Wow.
You want to keep going or what?
I like
See, your master has taken great pains to hide his identity.
I like the anger in this young character.
You could tell me who he is even if you wanted to.
Get out of my head.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yo, what if it ends up being like a young Palpatine or some crazy shit? Probably
Papa
not,
Palps?
but yeah.
I hope not.
My sister is dead!
Osha is alive.
You lie!
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yorb.
Osha lives.
Yo, Osha, this is your moment.
oof.
May thought
You ain't
she
going
killed
nowhere.
Osha.
Or that something that the Jedi did killed her sister.
Killed her sister, yeah. And then, yeah.
Lay your weapons down and surrender.
Come on, X-23. Ain't gonna work like that.
Dust storm. Attack.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I like it.
Let me guess. She's gonna realize that the Master's been manipulating her and lying to her. Wow. Shocking. Sith. Who would have thunk?
Oh, shit, I don't have insurance. I gotta go.
Ooh, here we go. Come
Uh-oh.
on. Shoot. Shoot.
There you go. Get her.
Shoot.
Oshi?
Oshi.
That's great.
Sad.
Shoot her.
Stunner.
Hello? Any day now, sweetheart. Oh. God damn it. You're terrible.
Let her go.
I missed on purpose. Whoops.
Yeah, I think subconsciously she did.
Yeah.
But we know where she's going next. We must
We
move.
don't make decisions like this without meaningful discussion, Soul.
By the book.
I can get us out of this city.
And go where?
Go far.
How far?
Relaxing forest retreat in the Outer Rim.
Uh-oh.
Where the Wookiee Jedi lives.
Uh-oh. Why are you going out there?
You found Kelnaka.
I can't wait for Kelnaka to rip his limbs off of his body.
Yeah. Y'all ain't assassinating a Wookiee Jedi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, already?
I like how this show. Oh, okay.
Y'all gone Kofar. Y'all gone Kofar.
Let's go.
Oh, cool. I love this kind of shit in Star Wars. Crazy environments, all these weird creatures and stuff.
Little creatures.
Di broktu pampa. Geseta la toma mota on taku popachi.
We'll see.
Que puta de seta.
Que puta what?
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's right.
It's beautiful. I love it. A Wookiee Jedi. That is a love story in my brain.
Yeah.
Is that his house?
Yeah.
Was that his house? That
Yeah,
was his
that's his
house.
house.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's his house.
Okay. So
God
get off my
damn it.
lawn.
God damn it.
I want more. I need more.
That was fun. It was, again, the pacing of the show. I don't know what the overall story for season 1 is going to be, but I liked that the sisters met in this. And we learned that even May believed that Osha was dead. You know, that could be part of this motivation. We didn't learn exactly what the full truth is, but we're hearing more about, okay, it's 4 Jedi. They were there. They were present 16 years ago. The mystery continues to unfold. So good, exciting action in this, good fight scene, still great character performances, like you were saying, Augustine, like visual effects, set design, art design, everything. I'm super excited to be watching this show with you guys.
Yeah, trying to piece together the story. So what is sort of the perspective of both of those characters? One is May started a fire that basically killed her entire family, potentially even her sister. Osha's perspective is that the Jedi came to save her, and then the sister was killed, but then disappears. So like, who's missing what piece of the puzzle, and who thought one thing happened versus another thing happened. So that'll be, I think, the interesting part to kind of see, like, what exactly is this? Like, what did the Jedi do? How were they involved? Did May think that the Jedi kidnapped and or killed her sister, which is like what led her to maybe accidentally lead to her family's death? I don't know. Like, there's still some of those like little blind spots that we haven't fully filled in yet, which I'm sure we won't for a few more episodes.
How do we know that May actually started the fire?
Was it some?
Do we know that's how it happened? Like we still haven't seen any evidence of that event. Right. I think just like they didn't know that May was alive, I think they're probably missing crucial pieces of what happened that night.
Totally.
I think they just are going based off what they see.
Right. And then how does the master play into the whole thing? Because there's going to be something there. And, it's like, funny enough, it's like the thing that Freddie Prinze Jr. talks about, balanced twins, good and evil, pulling twins apart, to maintain a balance of the force, or potentially to pull one to one side to take over, all of those sort of Star Warsy, those typical Star Warsy tropes and elements seem to all be at play here in this story, which is cool because as far as we know in canon of Star Wars, this is sort of like the first attempt at that type of a story of twins of opposite sides and pulling them apart and then bringing them together. We'll see how
you
that
mean
all
like
plays out.
chronologically speaking is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this precedes obviously the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. So it'll be cool to see like how it sort of defines those parameters and how it sort of defines the force and all these elements of Star Wars using this sort of story. Because this is really the first time that it's done within the era of like the Jedi and the Sith are absolutely positively a part of the universe.
And we've talked about this before. before, but like the notion that the sequel trilogy, which I really love, despite its issues in those three movies, if there could be other Star Wars media that contributes to some of that lore and just enhances it the same way we got for the last 20 years, stuff that just enhanced the prequel trilogy, cartoon shows, and, you know, other stuff, I'm super excited about that. And as we've been watching these two episodes, we mentioned it, but like, what if this actually goes more into what a Force dyad is, you know, how significant it is to like the Force mythology that the Jedi are aware of, to the point where you could rewatch The Rise of Skywalker, not my favorite Star Wars movie, and if something in the Acolyte makes that movie better while still doing its own story and like, you know, telling a really great, compelling story, that's the dream. That would be the dream. So I just checked to see how many episodes in the season. 8 episodes. We've already seen 2. I like that we could resolve this story in these 8 episodes. When we started Andor, I was like, where is this sort of going? You know, knowing that was going to be like 13 episodes. This has a different pace than Andor. Andor definitely was taking its time and setting stuff up. I think that this is a very clear kind of, we know what the story is. It's this mystery. These 2 sisters are involved. The larger Jedi characters are involved. I'm excited to see what they're going to do for this 8 episodes. And I'm interested to see if they're going to be like, hey, this is getting a season 2, or if this is going to be like a mini series, or, you know, if threads from this are going to pick up and be placed somewhere else. I don't know, but I'm into it and I'm excited to we're getting 1 episode a week here on out. So cool.
Well, I think the other thing that the show has the advantage of is that it takes place 100 years before Phantom Menace, so it has a lot of runway to kind of do whatever it wants. Whereas with Andor, it's a very finite amount of time. They only have a few years to really define what Andor's story is. So I think that's also another huge advantage, which I think is like, if I was coming into Star Wars, then I would also do exactly what these creators are doing. And I would go, I want to tap into an era that is really uncharted territory. So you have the runway to really explore, because whatever the Acolyte does and whatever the High Republic eventually will get to towards the end of its publishing era, or towards that time period at least, then they'll create the sort of the next phase of the midpoint of what happens between the Acolyte and the Phantom Menace, and that's all another, you know, territory to explore. And eventually, who knows when, we'll get to that point eventually where it's mostly all been kind of filled in, which would be really, really cool. And like you're saying, you know, it'll only just provide more context to whatever the future stories of Star Wars are, which is really cool. So and I'll wait.
It feels like a long time for these half-hour episodes. I remember when we first started getting Mando episodes, a week seemed like way too long to wait for another 30 minutes, and then it went by like that. I will say though that even though the episodes are fast, I feel like this tone, maybe this tone is just right for this type of show, because I feel like I'm looking back at a show like Andor, and that show felt heavy. Every episode was like densely packed and super duper emotional, and just like it was just like, not, I don't want to say it was a tough watch because it's one of the best Star Wars things ever created. But it was like a really heavy, like very heavy kind of watch. This is still tapping into that murder mystery kind of who done, not even who done it, because we kind of know who done it, but why they done it, and who's still trying to do it, while keeping the tone fairly light. It's not really kind of super heavily emotionally invested show, because people are just kind of like, things are happening and we're moving, and things are happening and we're moving. Like the plot and the pacing is going well, to where I think they're going to cover a lot of ground to kind of set the tone for maybe getting the audience used to how Star Wars looked in the past, like in chronological order, you know, so that we're just kind of getting a taste of maybe things to come in the future, right? About things that happened in the past of Star Wars, which is kind of odd to think about. But I think it's cool. I think my favorite thing so far, though, is kind of the set design. I really am impressed when people have everything so well thought out that they're like, okay, well, given the evolution of how Star Wars is and what we've seen, what did it look like at this point? And they had to have artists really think about the design and the tech and really make sure that everything kind of does not look like the Star Wars that we're used to, but still looks like the Star Wars that we're used to, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Like just the older version of what we need to see.
That same challenge in the late 90s, was like, make it look like it could fit the original trilogy, but do something different. Instead of angular, go sleeker and more rounded with like ships and weapons and all that sort of stuff. So
I think it was really interesting too that when they did this High Republic publishing launch that part of their publishing effort was like, let's actually do a bunch of concept art, where normally you don't see that kind of effort put into writing books and you know, young adult books and stuff like that. But because they were also doing comics at the same time, and there was visuals and visual stories that they were doing, even though it was all reading, they did the sort of character design, concept art, you know, Jedi robe design, figuring all that stuff out that you guys are talking about. It's really smart for them to do this show, because a lot of that stuff is already worked out. Then they can focus on, well, we haven't seen, what is it? The term like Keknek or whatever it is, that is like the job that an astromech droid, mechnek or whatever it is. So they're figuring out like that tech and what those ships look like, and this and this and this. Those sides of the Star Wars world we haven't seen. But then they have, you know, Sol showing up, and he has that High Republic Jedi robe. You know, and it looked great when they did. I mean, I have the Art of the High Republic art book, and that art book shows like the concept art for characters that were going to be in books, you know, and it's like that concept art is then used to design covers or comic books if those characters appear in the comics. But just like, it's very unique and interesting that Lucasfilm Publishing set all that stuff up to really iron out those design challenges and have it uniform across the board. And now they get to like, you know, look at that stuff. Of course, there's the challenge too of like bringing that into live action, because it's one thing to have it on the comic book page, but like, you know,
to fully realize it.
Very cool. Very cool. And I agree with you about the tone, man. It's like, I wouldn't say it's like super bouncy and like for kids, but it's not heavy and dark. It's like that Star Wars tone of like, it's just a kind of a fun adventure with some just great. I also like, Augustine, you brought up your favorite things so far. Adam, you and I should probably think of what that would be for us. I would want to say my favorite thing from these first two episodes might be, I guess, the performances, like seeing Carrie-Anne Moss a little bit, you know, seeing this actor portray both May and Osha. I think they're doing a great job. And I think the actor from Squid Game who's playing Sol, I really like his performance in this. So that's been really cool to see these actors do this job really well, these jobs really well. I like this. These roles are great.
If I'm eliminating choreography and performance, I think the music is really strong. It kind of reminds me of the prequel music, especially episode 1, but it's also carving out its own sound and its own sort of like character in the show. I keep noticing it, and I know they say like the best compliment is when you don't notice it. Is just kind of but I can't help but hear the soundtrack, and it just a little reminder of the prequel era hits me, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're like, it's, I don't know, whatever they're doing, it's so everything so far is working really well for me. And just the few things that I saw that people touched on very vaguely, they were talking about performance and stuff, and I'm like, I think so far like it's all working really well for me. And like you guys are saying, all the actors are doing a great job, and you know, it's like you're at the beginning stages of the story, and I always feel like, for me personally, it's easier for me to sort of evaluate how I feel about characters, performances, story arcs, character arcs when I get to the end and I see the whole thing fully realized, and then I can go, okay, if I look back, how do I feel about where this character ends up versus where they started? It's a little easier to kind of like have those thoughts then. Well, episode 2, I don't really feel like, well, I also don't know anything. Like there's stuff still happening. So I'm looking forward to just seeing how I feel by the end of it. But so far I'm enjoying the journey.
Yeah, so far it's fun. I like it.
So far so good. So far so good.
I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about these first 2 episodes of The Acolyte? Where do you hope it goes? If there's any characters from the books or the comics that you would think would make for cool cameos, let us know. Check out all the other uncut reactions on Patreon, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.